Hi folks, Doc here. I've been slowly picking away at Senseless. Work has been kicking the out of me for the last couple of weeks at work. It's just been a bugger. So progress has been slow, but I'm going to give you a little update on the couple of things that I have done to it. Stick around. Alright, so here's the basics as she sits right now. As you can see, I've got the padded pan seat there, an upholstered one. And I forgot that I had picked that up originally for my son's racer, and then I got him a better one. This one here, I got a discount on it because it's actually damaged. There's some threads sticking out. There's a nick in the upholstery there. There's a nick in the upholstery here, and one here. So it's not perfect, but it is a little bit more comfortable. Coming around the back of the machine, I'll just show you the profile of these fenders. And I'll loop around the whole thing and give you the full package. But those are the fenders off a Yanmar 135D four-wheel drive compact tractor. And it didn't take too much to get them to fit this thing. And it gives me the tire clearance I need. So I cut the footboards. Just give you a little shot there. I've got to bracket the fender to the footboard for a little more stability. Haven't done that yet, but I cut the footboards, took the flare off them, and basically just located the fender over the tire such that I've got a decent enough amount of clearance, especially at the front there, and then set the height that I kind of liked. And I sort of like the flare that I get at the back there. I was going to cut them short and then decided against it. I've got really good coverage, and the space that this creates in the rear might be useful to me. The other thing I like about these fenders is the handles. There's one on each side. They're very stout, and they're great for reversing or operating at weird angles. Gives you something to safely grab. So definitely keeping the handles there. What I'm also going to do is try and figure out how to make this a little bit more of a seamless transition between the width of the fender and the width of the footboard. I might put in a triangle of metal here or something, I don't know. Maybe widen the footboards completely, we'll have to see. The star of the show today is my muffler. As you guys know, I like to build my own exhausts, and I like to get creative and just do weird stuff with them. And so I built this over a little bit of free time here and there. And all it is some 1-inch conduit that I made the curve out of, the header pipe so to speak, and some 3/4 inch conduit pipe that I made the outlets out of. There's 2 outlets. They are facing backwards at about a 30-degree angle, and they're facing down at about 45 degrees. Let's see if I can get behind this thing and just show you the angle. So they're facing out and down, and the little stabilizer bracket there you can see coming out of the bottom there, I think was a belt guide off a machine at some point. I don't know, I just dug around in my scrap bin until I found something I liked. So I took apart this air compressor that I had purchased and just wasn't going to do what I wanted it to do the way I wanted it to do it. And took the tank off it, baked the paint off with a torch, cleaned it all up, figured out what I wanted out of the deal, and ended up with this. How does it sound? Well, not bad. At the inlet end of that pipe is still a single-cylinder air-cooled engine, so there's only so much you can do with it. And because I haven't got much pipe there, and it's an open chamber, I didn't do any baffles, I didn't do any packings, it's not bad for noise. It's a little bit tinnier than I was hoping for, but at the end of the day, I kind of built it for the overall effect, and I'm happy with the overall effect, but I'm going to start it up and give it a little rev for you anyways. So there's your update on Senseless. So far we're still at 0 budget. The air compressor, like I said, I actually had purchased that so my son could airbrush his model cars. And I picked that up on a deep discount. It was a clearance item. I think it was $30 or something like that, little 1 gallon deal. And it turned out that it was stupid loud. Like you couldn't airbrush in the house, it was brutal. So I wound up waiting for a sale on a proper airbrush compressor like the one that I use for spraying my models. I wound up giving him that one, taking this big rattly bugger into the shop and just setting it aside going, I'll use it somewhere. Obviously I had the Yanmar D135 with the blown transmission, and I've had it for years. You can see it in an old video, and parts have shown up here and there, including the front wheels and tires on commando. And I've been sitting on those fenders going, you know, I want to use those somewhere. I like the look. So boom, there they are. And like I said, with the header paint, if I had made a mistake, I'd be screwed because I emptied the last of the can. This is going to be interesting. I think paint's going to be my biggest nightmare on this one. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, that's it for this quick little update on Senseless. Thank you for tuning in to Sprocket's Garage on YouTube, watching, subscribing, and sharing. And until next time, take care of yourself. Yeah, eat it, you little bugger.